Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss the Python while loop. Now, while loop is used in programming to repeat a specific block of code, and the special advantage of a while loop is that you need not specify the number of times that iteration will take place beforehand. So in a for loop, you have to do that. You have to specify the iteration that will happen in that for loop. A while loop is more flexible that way. How do we use it? Well, the while loop begins with a test expression. So we say while, and then there's an expression over here, and this expression is evaluated. If it evaluates to true, the code segment following it would run, otherwise it would not run and the while loop would end. So you have to take care that in a while loop, because there is no natural endpoint, you have to create and define an endpoint so that when the code is running, the endpoint can be dynamically changed. This can be done, I'll show it to you with an example. So let's say we have a program which is going to add natural numbers up to a certain specified numbers. So let's say n is equal to 10. Now in this case we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. We need a sum which is going to store our result, and we need an initializer and a counter. So here we've got I, which is going to be used as a counter. We initialize it to 1. So this is the preparation for our while loop. Now we begin the actual while loop. So this is the statement that initiates the while loop. We are putting a condition in here while I is less than equal to n. So as you can see from this point of, as you can see from this segment here, I is 1 to begin with, n is 10 to begin with, and therefore initially this is going to be true. Now if we do not change any of these variables n or I, if they remain same, then the while loop is going to run forever. So we need to do something within the code. First thing, the value we are after is sum. So we increment sum by I. Alright, so we got I is 1. We say sum is equal to 0 initially plus 1. So the first number is added, it becomes 1. Now we update the counter. We increment the value of I by 1. So this does two things for us. It's going to raise this value when it gets back to the loop here. So I has now become 2. It started off with 1, it's now become 2. And when we run the iteration, then sum is going to add whatever it had plus 2. So we are achieving our coding function, which is to add the first n natural numbers, and we are changing the value of one of the variables over here. Remember, if we do not change the value, these variables will remain, this condition will evaluate to true all the time. So we keep doing this, the loop keeps running till finally when I is 9, it hits I is equal to I plus 1 becomes 10, at which point the inequality doesn't hold, but the equality still holds. In the next round, I is going to become 11, and then this will become false. When this becomes false, the rest of the code statements within the indented block are no longer going to be executed. So we will come out of the while loop. And then finally we have our sum which has been updated, and we can print it out. Let's see how it runs. So you can see the sum which we had initialized to 0 has taken a value of 55, which represents the sum of the first 10 natural numbers. You can change it to any value, run the loop, and the output changes dynamically. The while loop will keep running till the condition is true, and then it will stop. You have to remember to upgrade this. You have to remember to change one of the variables, because otherwise you end up with an infinite loop, and that's going to just stop your program right there. Now you can also use while loop with else, similar to a if loop, if condition. As long as the while loop is running and the condition is being met, the else is not going to be invoked. But when the while loop is done, then the else statement comes into play. So this can be handy to let you know that the while loop has run its course. Let's see how this is implemented. We set the counter to 0. This is the preparation for the while loop. As long as this is true, as long as the counter is less than 3, we're going to keep printing this. Inside the loop, counter value is, and then whatever the value of the counter is going to be printed here. So when we start off, we'll start off with 0. Once we have done the printing, we're going to increment the counter value. Then the loop segment ends over here, so it's going to go to the next iteration. So this keeps looping as long as it is less than 3. The moment it becomes 3, it's going to come out of the loop, and because we have given it a else statement, when it comes out of this loop, it's going to hit the else. Let's run this and see what happens. So we got inside loop counter value is 0 initialized, then 1 and 2 because we have been incrementing it, and then when it hits 3, this line is no longer printed because it's gone straight away to the else statement now. So inside else now, and the counter value which caused it to go to else is 3. So that's all for the while loop. I hope you enjoyed the session. See you in the next one.